Here's your latest update for the ongoing unexpected snow across much of the area. Start by taking a look at our watch this morning's advisories. We did add a couple of these during the day yesterday. Cody Foothills now under a winter weather advisory, also the western slopes of the Bighorn Range. Want to start and end times on these? Let's go to our website, weather.gov/RW. All the ones that were in effect yesterday are pretty much unchanged. Now, as we time out the impacts, now this is the time of maximum impact. There may be some snow before this, but biggest impact to travel I have listed here. Snow is ongoing across much of the west, especially across the Tetons, Jackson. It's snowing very, very hard there. That should continue through the morning hours. Be a little bit of a lull in the snow, I think, this afternoon into this evening. And then the second batch of heavier snow coming in late tonight into Friday morning before it begins to taper off. Also, it's east of the divide. Northern Wyoming, you'll see some snow showers around today, but maximum impact probably a cold front's going to drop south. There'll be more wind when that comes through. So late tonight to Friday morning, the maximum impact on travel across much of northern Wyoming. Central Wyoming during the day on Friday, we should be okay here through tonight. And across southern Wyoming, especially I-80, probably dry through Friday morning. Friday afternoon is when the impacts start getting into there. That includes Interstate 80 as well. Now, probabilistic stuff, we'll take a look at this. Excuse me. There's a chance of seeing 1 inch or more. It's a very good chance across much of the area. Least chance here across the western Bighorn Basin. Also here across eastern Fremont County, but many areas should see at least 1 inch of snow or an additional inch of snow from this morning through Friday afternoon. Bump this up to 2 inches. Get a decent chance. Much of this area hasn't really changed all that much since yesterday. Now, the big change we do note is down here in Sweetwater County. Yesterday, Miles had this area pretty dry. Maybe a decent amount of snow coming in here when the cold front drops south. It's not going to last very long, but could pick up a quick 2 inches of snow along I-80 with a little bit of wind. It's not going to be any fun to travel. Those of you that travel this when it's snowing and windy during the afternoon hours on Friday, maybe into the evening as well. Bump this up to 6 inches. Most places east of the divide and the lower elevations aren't going to see that. Just maybe across the Bighorns we'll have a chance of seeing that. But shift our attention to the west now. Valleys, anywhere from about a 1 and 2 to a 3 or 4 chance across the valleys, and just about 100% of seeing an additional 6 inches across most of the mountain ranges here. Bump this up to a foot. Here we go. Best chance you can see Tetons, western slopes of the winds, as well as the Salt Wyoming range. Small chance of seeing an additional foot in the valleys, but I don't think they'll see that much. Pasco may see a decent amount out of that, though. And a good range of the snowfall here. Expect at least this much snow across the area. The additional 3 to 5 inches across the western valleys looks like the least amount they'll get in addition to what you have now. Look at these colors up here. At least another 18 inches probably across much of the Tetons here. So a blockbuster storm across this area. Across northern Wyoming, east of the divide, anywhere from about 1 to 2 inches with an emphasis toward Cody. Maybe just a coating to 1 inch if things set up right across central Wyoming and also across the south. Now the likely maximum amount we'll see out of this, maybe an additional 8 to 12 inches in the western valleys, but look at these colors out here. This only goes up to 36 to 48 inches, and there could be an additional 3 feet in some of the higher elevations in southwest Yellowstone, is here around the Tetons as well. So very impressive storm there. Across additional foot across portions of the Salt Wyoming range, as well as the higher elevations of the Wind River range. Now the lower elevations east of the divide, basically north to south gradient, anywhere from about 2 to 3 inches across the south if things set up right. A little more uncertainty down here, you can see by that range. 1 to 3 across central Wyoming, the most likely thing. A little bit more possible as you head to the north, especially across far northern Wyoming. Anywhere from about 3 to 6 inches, the likely maximum amount, with an emphasis toward Cody where we have that advisory in effect. Now the most likely accumulation we'll see out of this, an additional 6 to 8 inches, anywhere from the Star Valley, Jackson Valley, another couple feet across the Tetons, higher elevations I should say, another foot across the portions of the Wind Rivers as well as the Salt Wyoming range. Lower elevations east of the divide, most likely accumulation about 3 to 6 around Cody, maybe 1 to 3 across the rest of the Bighorn Basin as well as across Johnson County. Central Wyoming, about 1 inch or 2. Most of this will fall during the day on Friday. And across Sweetwater County, maybe 1 inch or 2 across this area. The biggest impacts there, again, on Friday afternoon. Here's our resources. You want weather? You know where to go, weather.gov/RW. Road conditions. Don't call us for the road conditions. Go right to the source here from WYDA, wildroad.info on the web. You want to call them on the phone, 511 in-state, 1-888 Wild Road out-of-state. It's a mouthful to say. And finally, we'll look at our webcams for yourself. Take a look at the conditions. Go to our website, local programs tab, and then go down to webcams. Be safe, everybody. Enjoy your day.